Well, this is a good one because we're going to talk to Amanda Diaz, who has a very, very clever cat called Izzy. But first of all, let me introduce Tech Up Dave, who's with me. Hello.
Good morning. Oh, no, good afternoon.
For goodness sake.
I don't even know what day of the week it is.
Unbelievable. My goodness, you're going to join us tomorrow as well.
Apparently so,
We're going to be another Cat of the Week. Very exciting. But Amanda's cat is not Cat of the Week because this is something that the cat has done. Let's talk to Amanda Diaz because you're the owner, Amanda, of Izzy the cat, if I am correct.
Yeah. Hi, Peter.
Hello there. Tell us about Izzy.
So he's a long-haired ginger domestic cat. He's about 8-9 months old, but he's a big ball of fluff. And so he just...
We can see him on the screen there. Just say, Amanda, we have people both watching on Talk TV and listening on Talk Radio, and we can see him sitting on your lap there. He looks very content.
Yes, he's quite chilled out at the moment. He might run off at any minute, though.
And what has he been up to?
So we've got an arch in front of our door, and we've got a Ring doorbell, and he just happened one day to climb up in front of it. And the Ring door's motion sensitive, and it alerted my phone. And he started meowing, and I just happened to talk back to him, and it was just a fun and interactive video.
So hold on, so this is a Ring doorbell. I have one of these things, one of these video doorbells as well. And yeah, they kind of, your phone sort of vibrates when someone's at your door, which is helpful actually if people are having deliveries and things. So did he get up on is your doorbell quite high? Did he get up on a ledge or something? What happened?
There's a letterbox sort of halfway up, and it's sort of at eye level with the doorbell, and so it just set it off, and he was looking all around when he heard my voice, and eventually he looked directly at the camera.
Wanting to be let in. What a clever cat.
Yeah.
Genius.
Yeah, he just wanted to come in and out of the cold.
So has he done this more than once? Is this what he does all the time now?
He's probably done it about 4 or 5 times now, but it's just quite amusing.
My goodness, I mean, he's clearly a very clever cat. Tell us about him. Where did you get him, and how long have you had him?
It was actually my partner's mum's cat that just suddenly had kittens and was looking for a good home. We've had cats before, and so we've had him since about May time.
He looks like a very so only since May, so only for not even a year.
No, not a year now.
And he's already worked out how to use the Ring doorbell. Well,
that's genius.
That is genius. I mean, Dave, can you use a Ring doorbell? I'm not sure. You know, you're tech.
I've just got a standard normal doorbell.
Yeah, well, I have a Ring doorbell. They're very, very good. Listen, Amanda, thank you to you, and thank you also to Izzy. My goodness, what a very, very clever cat. Lovely to talk to you. Thanks, Amanda Diaz there, who is Izzy the cat's owner. That is one clever cat, and get in by using the doorbell.
I wonder why she didn't get a cat flap. That would have been easier. Or cat flap in the door so the cat...
Well, no, but there's some... I said cat flap's a real pain in the neck because I can't get one in my door because I'm part of I live in flats and you're not allowed to get... I wanted to get a cat flap, but you're not allowed one. Which is maybe we should have asked Amanda. We did not. Anyway, the opportunity has been gone. Yes. Has left us anyway. Has passed. But anyway, talking about cats. Let's do Cat of the Week.
It's Cardi B's Cat of the Week.
Is this now a cat programme, says Sam. No, it's not, but we have talked a lot about cats today.
It's not that far off it.
Well, Dave, we have Cats Protection on tomorrow as well. Dave, who is Cat of the Week?
I'm not a cat.
You're not a cat.
I'm a tech op.
Yes.
This week's Cat of the Week, which is number 28.
28, excellent.
So we are on the ball. Or the 4th one of this year, is Noodle, who's been nominated by cat dad Nick.
Excellent. Tell us about Noodle.
Noodle is 11 years old, and as you can see, she's not very well.
Oh, poor Noodle. Yes, we're looking at the pictures here. I will tweet this out later at Peter Cardwell. And Noodle's got a bit of one of those cat cones on, and she's clearly having a bit of a rough time.
Yes. There is the description of what Noodle is suffering from, which is very, very long, and I know I'm going to mess it up. So it's basically...
Shall I give it a go? It's histiocytic sarcoma, feline progressive histiocytosis. It's rare only in dogs. It's a form of cancer, basically. Yeah. She's apparently had her lymph nodes out on 2 other areas. As there is no cure, very, very sad for Noodle. She's had chemotherapy, and her cat dad Nick is saying, I love her very much, and she will have the best care.
It looks as though she's fairly well looked after.
She's very well looked after.
Lying down, I mean...
Oh, yeah, and there's a lovely picture.
Out.
Can we show the pictures again, actually? Because there's a picture of Nick with his little, Noodle's paw beside Noodle, and they're holding on. And that is a lovely thing, actually, because Jack holds, my rescue cat holds my hand sometimes, and I hold his paw and stuff, and it's just, there's clearly a very, very deep and special connection there between Nick and Noodle, and I think we can see on this, is it this picture that's coming at the final set? There we go. We can see that if you're watching on TalkTV. You can have a look on Twitter when I tweet this out. So all the very, very best to Nick and Noodle. And I know, and sometimes these things just do happen, and they sadly can't be with us forever, which is a real shame. But we're very, very happy to make Noodle the cat of the week, the 28th cat of the week. And actually tomorrow we're going to have the 29th cat of the week, because there are 2 cats of this week.
5th one of this month.
Excellent, yes, because
we're only halfway through January.
another programme tomorrow, and you will be back. And actually, Dave, most people tweet me if you want to get on Cat of the Week, Tech Up Dave's Cat of the Week, but also there is an address as well if you want to send us in. You can
mail us if you...
You can use the Royal Mail. It may arrive in sort of June or something.
Yes, but, that's the only problem.
Yes. So, do you want to read that out?
If in doubt, you can send it to... Cardi P and myself, Cat of the Week, Talk TV, the News Building, 1 London Bridge Street, London, SE1 9GF.
And that's if people want to send their photographs. And also we like a lot of detail as well. We know not everybody's on Twitter, for example, but the easiest way to do it is really just to send it on Twitter. But if not, the address, we've given it out there, and if you're watching on Talk TV, it's on the screen, or you can look it up on our website.
Yes.
And one person's been in touch. She said, "How to ruin a show. Talk incessantly about bloody cats. Well done."
Tomorrow we're going to talk about other things.
That's not very nice. We've talked about all sorts of things. We've talked about Brexit. We've talked about net zero. We've talked about all sorts of things. Also, listen, if the people want to talk about cats, there will.
Are more animals to come, but not all cats.
Yes, indeed. Susan has been in touch. She says, "Greetings, Peter and the team. Lovely show as always." Unlike the person who doesn't like us talking about cats. She says, "Regarding clever cats, my darling light of my life, Cat Pumpkin, sadly no longer with me, was so smart. It was unbelievable. She knew me so well. She knew if I was in pain, if I was happy. She knew when something wasn't right. On one occasion, some lads were trying to steal a car from a car park. Pumpkin looked in the direction. It was dark, and she growled." Good for Pumpkin, my goodness. On the EU as well, I should read this out. "I voted against joining the EU in 1977. We are not Europeans and never will be. We are islanders, and what's even better, we are British islanders," says that person. And thank you also to Olga, who has been in touch, and she says, "You're brilliant, very knowledgeable, great show as always." Isn't that nice?
That's very nice.
Thank you to Olga. Also, someone else has texted saying...
He's only as good as the information we give him.
Well, that's it. It is about the top team behind the glass. "Yes, Peter, I totally agree. Cats and dogs can be extremely close and attached to us. It's beautiful," says this person. Now, let's talk about... Well, actually, let's talk about what's in the post bag. We've given out the address in the post bag, and we have a lovely... I'm just going to hold this up to the camera. We have a lovely...
This is the second cat tin in as many months.
Another cat tin, and this is allegedly from a dog called Mojo, but our Mojo's human is called Caris?
Caris?
I don't know, Caerlys. Any Welsh speakers know how that's pronounced? Sorry, I don't know. This is to Peter and Tech Up Dave. "We hope you both had a great Christmas and New Year. We love watching you on a Saturday, and especially love the biscuit segment and Cat of the Week, even though I am a dog. Paws crossed, you will enjoy the biscuits, and the Jack loves the treats." So we've got a jumbo pack of Dreamies here for Jack. He's being absolutely spoiled at the moment. We've got some Tasty Sticks mini mix, which I think are probably for Jack as well, and some delicious chocolate chip biscuits. I think we should open those. Is that the biscuit breakdown? I think we should play the jingle.
Last word.
Cardi P's Biscuit Breakdown.
So I think these biscuits that have been sent in are chocolate chip by the look of things. Dave, do you want to maybe give them a try?
Yeah,
is that something if you can shove them in your gob? But no, thank you very much. And this lovely cat tin as well. I'd say very, very nice that has been sent. A lovely cat card as well. Very, very kind of people sending those in. But very sadly, we've got some... we've talked before in this show about a film starring Michael Flatley, who's a bit of a legend. He's someone who was the Lord of the Dance. He did Riverdance and all the rest of it. But he's done a hilarious, unintentionally hilarious film called Blackbird, but he's not very well at the moment, and we should send our best wishes to him.
Yes, this... I was going to read it off my laptop, but it's fallen asleep.
Your laptop's fallen asleep, right? Well, what's happening with Michael Flatley?
It was announced earlier this week that he is actually suffering with cancer.
Oh, dreadful. Very, very sorry to hear
And
that.
it's quite an aggressive form as well, I understand.
Goodness, that's grim. Goodness, well, Michael Flatley has given the world quite a lot to think about, and he's been incredibly successful. I mean, with Riverdance, Lord of the Dance, and all the rest of it, it's been a very, very successful person. But the movie Blackbird, I mean, we've been to see it twice. Dave, it's just so much fun. It's just
Blackbird. We even took Lucy Beresford.
We took Lucy Beresford to go and see it. I forgot about that. Yes. And Phil Dave.
And yes, Phil Dave as well, and they're both still in therapy.
That's right. But listen, we genuinely send all the very, very best to Michael Flatley. And you also have a story this week about a bear.
Yes. Finally today, Tyler wondered why the dogs were in the back garden were being a little bit skittish. And the reason is because, as you can see on the screen, underneath their decking is a bear. Now, this is out in... This is out in Connecticut.
Brilliant.
There's a link here, you can tell. And yes, apparently this bear has decided to hibernate under these people.
Decided to hibernate?
Vinny and Tyler's decking. And yes, normally they just sort of go under trees and things, but apparently this bear thought, nice and warm and cosy under the decking. Let's go. That's fair enough.
I mean, I think the bear's done quite well. I mean, staying under the decking, I mean, is there any problem with that? I mean, is Tyler annoyed about this? He's got a 4-year-old daughter, apparently.
Well, no, doesn't seem to be that much of a problem. They don't go out in the garden playing that much in the winter because it's so cold. Although,
You probably wouldn't want your 4-year-old to be too near a large bear.
No. Probably not. But this was the recommendation they got from the local authorities. Try pouring boiling hot water on it.
No!
Or use air horns to scare it off.
Air horns? Those kind of ones that go... Meh.
Yeah.
No, I don't want that.
So they decided, no, we're not going to do that. We'll just leave the bear...
The bear's asleep.
Bear to sleep underneath. But apparently this is happening quite a lot in Connecticut. There are 8,600 bear sightings in 156 of Connecticut's 169 towns. If only we knew somebody in Connecticut.
Well, indeed, I think we might be trying to speak to her just as we speak. But what if you're in one of the 13 towns in Connecticut that hasn't seen a bear? I mean, surely you'd be feeling very left out by this.
Well, you'd probably pause for thought, I guess.
Oh, you know I hate puns. I can't bear them. Hey!
Oh, no. But apparently bears typically hibernate from November, December through till March, April.
That's a good long sleep. That's a good snooze.
We could do with that over here.
Definitely, yeah, absolutely.
Some wildlife experts believe that rising global temperatures lead some bears to come out of hibernation earlier, despite the lack of adequate food.
Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. Well, listen, there's... a lot going on there with the bears anyway. Pouring hot water there.
Why would you do that to a bear?
Well,
surely
indeed.
That's the last thing.
Yeah, my goodness. Well, listen, I want to thank another Susan who's been in touch. He says, sorry, Peter, don't let anyone ever stop you talking about cats and dogs, pussycats and puppies. We love it, says Susan. Well, do you know what? We put this programme together every week. Gabrielle is the producer, and I know you're the main man, the tech up and so on. And
I have nothing to do with what goes into this.
Well, you give us some ideas and things. Well, you give us ideas. You're a key part of the team. But it is interesting because you look at certain items and you think, well, that will probably get a reaction. I mean, net zero, for example,
yes.
We just thought, right, loads of people always want to talk about net zero, about the environment, about all those kind of issues. We'll definitely talk about that this week. And lo and behold, we had lots of people calling in. We took loads of calls about it and all the rest of it. But then, you know, that cat story earlier, I thought, well, maybe we'll get a little bit. But loads of people reacted, and then we've had people sort of complaining and all the rest of it. And actually, that petition is something that Gloria in Lincolnshire has given us a call about. Gloria, you're very welcome to Talk TV. What would you like to say to us this afternoon?
Well, I'd like to say this, that a cat is owned by an owner, and it should stay with the owner and their owner's property and not be allowed to roam into other people's property and do the business in the gardens, go after birds that people enjoy, and they should be responsible. There's nothing worse than looking after your garden and weeding your garden, and all of a sudden you come out with cat poo on your hands.
Yeah, no, it's great. I agree with you, Gloria. It is grim. We had someone who was on earlier and said if you put a bit of orange peel in your garden on your lawn, apparently cats don't like that, so they. Right,
I fully appreciate that, but why should we have to? It's their animal. They should look after it. I know people have cats on leads and take them in the camper vans and everything like that. That is absolutely superb. It is their animal. It should stay in their house, in their garden, and be looked after by the owners and not be allowed to spoil other people's property.
Okay, well, Gloria, thank you so much for your point. I don't think we're going to agree, but I really appreciate you giving us a call on that. I know lots of people think it's really important for cats to get out and about. Gloria disagrees. Of course, she's at the sharp end of the problem. Thank you so much to the top team behind the glass. Thanks, of course, to Tech Up Dave, who's brought us his stories. And you'll be back tomorrow as well.
I will.
With a further Cat of the Week and a further few stories, I would imagine, as well. Tech Up Dave is, of course, Dave Rhodes, and he has been the Tech Up today. Thank you very, very much indeed for that. And we've had Neha, who is the vision mixer. We've had Gabriella, the producer, Gabrielle and Calza. Jodie has been the assistant producer, and by law, because Jodie is from Liverpool, we must say Jodie, because that's the law, because Jeremy Kyle says that, and that's just the law. That's just how you pronounce your name. Yeah. Natasha has been looking after the visual assets. I'm not entirely sure what visual assets are, but it's sort of technical, complicated, computery things. Phil has been the weekend editor, Phil Dave as well, and Oliver has been shadowing today. He's been seeing what we're up to here at Talk TV, and I'm going to ask him afterwards what his impressions are and whether he likes it here, whether he wants to come back.
Actually, he's run out the door.
He's just run out the door, has he? Oh, he's run away.
We've scared him off.
While he still can. We'll get back to him anyway. Oliver's a good lad, and he's been seeing what we're up to. I am back tomorrow between 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock. Tech Up Dave will be part of that programme as well. There'll be loads to talk about then. Tricia is next. She's here between 1 o'clock and 4 o'clock, and then it's Claudia Liza between 4 and 7.